This is going to be teaching you how to set up from your lob wedge to your driver. First, I'm going to take the lob wedge. Now this is, like I said, this is from around the green. This is when you want to hit those short shots, and you really have to practice this shot a lot to pull it off. You notice how open the club is. This is a 60-degree lob wedge. You notice how my hand, I got the club face a little bit open. I got a weak, this is a strong grip. This is a weak grip. And all you want to do is take, nice, smooth, but you got to be aggressive. You can't stop. When you make it with a lob wedge and a sand wedge and a pitching wedge, when you're doing your flop and your lob shots, you got to come through. I mean, you got to come, make sure you got plenty cushion under the ball. In other words, you can't hit this off a hard pan, so don't even try it. You might pull it off 1 out of 10 maybe, or 1 out of 100. But if you got about a ½ inch or an inch of fairway underneath you, a good fluffy lie, you can slide the club face right up underneath it. That's your lob shot. Now this is where the flop shot comes in handy. Now you notice I got a whole lot of fairway. I got very little green. So I'm gonna use your lob wedge. Like I said, I got the pin, I got the ball, I've got me a spot right here, about 10 inches in front of the ball. I line my club up, I open the club face up, and I'm gonna try to land it nice and soft, right next to the pin. That's your lob wedge. Okay, got my sand wedge. Now your sand wedge, this is for your bunker shots. Or you can use it as a long lob shot or a long pitch shot. But you notice how I've got my weak grip that keeps in other words, you don't want to close it when you come through. You don't want to close the club face like this. You want to come here, underneath, and throw the ball up in the air for you. Now this is a par 3. You can see that I missed the green. I'm in the bunker. I've got about a 15-yard shot, which is very delicate. That means I've got to get the ball up high and land it soft. I'm going to use a 56-degree sand wedge. This is very important for a one-arm golfer. Matter of fact, two-arm golfers too. When you choke up, you make sure you don't choke up too much, because if you do, you're gonna hit the ball solid. You're gonna knock it over the green. So when you set up and you squat, you make sure that you've got about a ½ inch more club. That way it'll slide up underneath the ball, slide through the sand. But if you choke up too much, that means when you come down and come through, you're gonna hit the ball solid and you're gonna knock it over the green. So make sure you let the club out to comfortable. And you know that you can, when you squat, you're about a ½ inch underneath the ball through the sand. Now we're gonna go with a pitching wedge. Notice how I got the ball just a little bit right of center. That way, when you set up, you come into the ball, you still got your good square finish line to the target. Now I've got a pitch over a bunker uphill. Now, the sand wedge wouldn't be a good shot for this, or a lob shot, because I've got too far to go. I've got a bunker to carry. And then I've got the ball uphill, so I'm hitting the uphill already, so I need a little stronger loft. So that's the reason I'm using a pitching wedge. Right on the pin. Nice and smooth. That's all it takes. Now, that was the lob, sand, and the pitch. Now the 9-iron, you can move it to the center, to your belt buckle, because the club's just a little bit longer. The club here is longer, so it's less loft, so you can knock the ball just a little bit farther. This will get your ball, get you set up on line, but still you got to be real aggressive. Not real aggressive, I mean, you know, just a good full swing. You can see how I'm here. You can still see my club face is square with my target. As I come through, you can still keep your head behind the ball as a club head. Just throw the club head. Just pretend you're throwing it dead at the target. Okay, I drove my ball to about 150 yards. I'm 150 yards out. Now the safe shot would be, I'm not going to go dead at the pin. I'm going to go right of the pin and bring it in on the pin, because I want to take the bunker out of play. So I'm going to hit me a little draw, high draw, right in on top of the pin. I'm using a 9-iron at 150 yards. Back up behind the ball, get my line to the right of the flag stick, set up, going a little bit left of the pin, dead on the stick. Now this is an 8-iron. I'm going to use it the same as I did the 9-iron, right off the center. You know.